Hello, my darlings. I hope you are all well and are having a fabulous day. In today's video, I am giving you a quick recap of Celebrity Big Brother episode 16, The Night Before the Final. I am dropping daily recaps of this whole season, so if that sounds like something that you're interested in, click the subscribe button below so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And without further ado, let's just get into it. Okay, so in the opening scene, Fern and Louis were chatting in the kitchen, and Louis was saying he's just thinking about all of the people that he's seen come through on Big Brother and ultimately what it's done for their careers. And Fern brought up the fact that Alison Hammond got her big break from appearing on Big Brother. I was going to say Celebrity Big Brother, but it wasn't Celebrity Big Brother, it was just Big Brother. And he was like, oh wow, I didn't know that. I've almost forgotten about that myself, but that was that. Bradley and Fern were having a lovely conversation actually in the bedroom, and Bradley was talking to her about being neurodivergent and being diagnosed with autism and ADD as a child, but I believe he said that the ADD was a misdiagnosis and he wasn't medicated. His parents didn't want him to take medication for fear of the medication altering his personality, basically. And Fern was just really bigging him up and just saying how much of a shining example he is to other people, and the fact that he'll give a lot of people hope. And I really think he will, to be quite honest with you, because neurodivergence is becoming ever so mainstream. It was something that was once taboo and not really spoken about much in the mainstream, but we are really starting to hear about a lot more about it now, and people are speaking about issues that they have, and I just love this. And ultimately this is what kind of made my heart open for Bradley in the first place, when he had his moment with Marisha way back when. Then the housemates were in the garden having a play, and they were playing beauticians and clients, which was a bit kinky, to be honest, because Fern was massaging Louis and telling him that she uses real oils when they haven't got their clothes on. And he was saying, oh, can I come back later? I've got money, I'll take cash. It started getting a bit weird. But anyway, I forgot to mention, Louis actually said to Fern, as in when they were doing the massage role play, can he have a happy ending? And then said he's got cash. And then she says, when I see the cash, I'll do the job. I've got some specials on. Guys, it got a bit nasty. Anyway, Big Brother instructed Fern to practice her interviewing skills. So her first subject was David, and she was quizzing him. And basically, through her interviewing, we found out that he's got a twin brother and an older brother, and he's got nieces and nephews. And ultimately he started speaking about his time at school. So he said he started getting bullied when he got into year 8. I think once his brother left the school, that's when the bullying started. He said that he was really small at school, but he just knew that he was different. He had girlfriends, but he just knew that that wasn't right for him. When he left school at 16, he came out, he told his mum first, was really nervous to tell his dad, and his mum, I believe, told his dad that he was gay, and he was literally shook. And he said that he had the loveliest moment because his dad came upstairs and was like, your mum's told me everything, I support you, it doesn't change anything, we love you just how you are, and you don't need to worry. So that was that. And again, as I've been saying, it's really nice now to start hearing a bit more about his background rather than just hearing the loudness all the time, you know, just it's nice to finally hear some substance about him. Anyway, Fern then began to practice on Nikita, and Nikita said that he was born in Kiev, he lived there until his 10th birthday, he had a really nice upbringing. I think dancing has been something that he's been doing since he was 4 years old, so practicing dancing is something that he was doing there for the majority of his time. His parents now live in Italy whilst he lives in London, and I feel like this is a really big achievement for him, but he brought his parents, an apartment in Italy, and he said that he's one of the first people in his family to have home ownership. And then Big Brother announced to the housemates that it was time to be rewarded and that they would have a little rendezvous in the garden. And so they were all like, oh my God, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on? And David was called first to go to the rendezvous spot. And when he got out there, after patiently, anxiously waiting, his best friend turned up and they were literally screaming. And his best friend was just saying how proud of him he is. They were both in tears, saying how proud of him he is and that he's been watching him every night and that he's just smashing it, doing really well. And David was really, really shocked. I felt like he was a bit lost for words because he just kept saying, is everybody all right at home? Is everybody all right? And his friend was like, everybody's all right. Don't worry. And then there was a bird call and that meeting just ended. And the other housemates were watching the rendezvous as it took place in the living room on the big screen so they could see everything. And then next up was Louis, and Sunita came to visit him. She looked gorgeous as always. And she literally was like, Louis, I'm going to smack you. Can't you pick up a broom? Can't you do some housework? And he was literally like, I did today. And she was like, I've got to tell you some home truths, Louis. You have not been a very nice person in the house. I've been watching you. How could you get rid of the Queen? Referring to the game that he played when him and Zizi were King and Queen, or the evil King and Queen. And she was like, what are you, Henry VIII? And she just had some banter with him and he was really, 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 really happy. Next up to go to the rendezvous was Colson, and his mom came, and it was such a sweet moment. You can definitely tell that he's a mommy's boy, and he just burst into tears, and he even said, I can't believe I'm crying on national television. His mom was like, your houseplants are fine, they're still alive. And she was just saying that he's done amazing and that she's so proud of him, which is obviously the running theme, you know, for all of the visitors. And he says that he's ready to come home. And I feel like you can see that he's ready to come home. Looks like it's starting to, well, we're at the final throes, but it's taking its toll. He says he's having a good time, but you can tell that he wanted to just say more, but he's just like, I want to come home. It's been great. I am having a good time, but there's a but, isn't there? And then the bird chirped and that visit was over. And then Fern went out, and she went out with her two kitties. She's literally sitting down, practically meditating before her visitor came through the door. And it turns out her visitor was her daughter, and again, a really beautiful, emotional moment. And her daughter was saying, Mum, we're so proud of you. You've done so well. You've done amazing. She said, the cats miss you. And Fern was like, are the cats okay? Are the cats okay? And she said that the cats have been getting into loads of fights. And her daughter said, you know what? For every eviction, we've come down to support you. You know, you're just doing amazing. Even if you don't win, you've done so well. Just, you know, keep going, basically. Oh, yeah, and they said to her, you've not done anything embarrassing yet. I'm surprised you haven't snored. That is one thing she did say. And that was really nice. And then Nikita went out to the rendezvous, and his visitor was his girlfriend. And this was really nice, but I did at one point have to say break up this love fest because there was a lot of kissing. But it was a really nice moment between them. Again, she misses him so much. Everybody's really proud of him, and his parents, I believe, are in Italy. And so she's been communicating with his parents daily about what's going on and just how much they're proud of him. And he's just saying how much he just absolutely misses her, and you could see that he really did. And he was in tears as well. And then it was Bradley's turn. And guys, honestly, I still haven't got over this now. Bradley went out. Now you know how much I really like Bradley. Bradley went out and he sat down waiting for his visitor. And then AJ turned up. And AJ turned up saying that the public has voted him out and that he's been evicted. How does he feel? And he was just like, oh my God. Everybody was watching and they were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, everybody was shocked and distraught, to be honest with you. I was just in tears then because it was really an emotional moment. And he was just saying, I'm so grateful to have gotten so far. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful to have gotten so far. I really appreciate being here. He just took it on the chin. He ran in, got his teddy bear, and Big Brother told him that he needs to leave through the diary room. And he said a few words in the diary room before he left. And that was it. I'm sad. I am sad. So I'm gutted. All of the other housemates were absolutely gutted. Nikita looked furious. All he could say was, what the fuck? What is going on? Everybody just seemed so angry because it really did just seem like such a cruel way for it to happen. Do you know what I mean? Nikita went into the diary room and was just like, Big Brother, I've gone from crying real tears of joy and happiness from seeing my girlfriend to literally crying tears of sadness for Bradley, who just got pulled from the house in such awful way. Basically, it was quite sad, and the housemates were really emotional about it, and they were just like, I can't believe he's gone, and I can't believe now there's only 5 of us, and sorry, 3 people have left the house within 24 hours. The house is seeming really empty and really quiet right now. It's awful. But anyway, I can now confirm that the finalists for Celebrity Big Brother 2024 are David, Colson, Fern, Nikita, and Louis. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, and hit that like button. It really, really helps me. And I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.